In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on December 23, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Bruins versus Minnesota Wild. The imminent clash between the Boston Bruins and the Minnesota Wild is anticipated to be a thrilling encounter that fans won't want to miss. Set to take place on December 23rd at the Xcel Energy Center, this highly anticipated game will be broadcasted on NESN, ESPN+, and BSN, elevating it beyond the realm of a typical regular season matchup. The stakes are high as the Boston Bruins, leading the Atlantic Division with an impressive 19-5-6 record, prepare to face off against the Minnesota Wild, currently positioned 7th in the Central with a record of 14-13-4. Examining the history between these teams and considering their current forms, it's evident that spectators can expect a fiercely competitive and compelling showdown. The Minnesota Wild, despite encountering challenges this season, are coming off a significant triumph in their latest game. Kirill Kaprizov emerged as the hero against the Montreal Canadiens, securing a game-winning goal in overtime. In their previous encounter with the Boston Bruins 2 games ago, the Wild triumphed with a 4-3 victory in overtime, showcasing their resilience. Marc-Andre Fleury played a pivotal role, delivering a stellar performance by stopping 40 of the 43 shots he faced. Currently averaging 3 goals per game, the Wild's offense remains potent, but their defense, conceding 3.2 goals per game, will need to step up significantly in the upcoming clash. Positioned 11th in the Western Conference with 32 points, the Wild find themselves just 1 point behind the Calgary Flames. On the other side, the Boston Bruins will hit the ice with tired legs, having faced the Winnipeg Jets the night before this clash. Reflecting on their recent encounter with the Wild, the Bruins' defense faced challenges, and despite opportunities in overtime, they couldn't capitalize. With an average of 3.17 goals per game and a sturdy defense ranking 3rd best in the league, the Bruins are a formidable force. However, their defense will be under scrutiny, emphasizing the need for a robust performance. Currently, the Bruins hold the 2nd spot in the Eastern Conference with 44 points, trailing just 1 point behind the New York Rangers. The Wild's recent success is evident in their 5 victories in the last 6 games, including an impressive streak of 5 straight wins at home. Their offensive prowess is showcased by scoring 11 goals in the last 3 games, coupled with effective special teams performance, converting over 18% of power play opportunities. Conversely, the Bruins have encountered defensive challenges, conceding 10 goals in their last 3 games. Despite excelling in penalty killing, the Bruins are playing on consecutive nights, potentially impacting their defensive performance. Having lost 3 of their last 4 games, the Bruins' offense remains potent, scoring 9 goals in their last 3 games. The Wild's strong penalty killing and solid defensive play at home suggest they may be well equipped to contain Boston's offense. Oddsmakers are optimistic about the Bruins bouncing back, but considering their recent challenges, especially on the road, there is hesitation in backing them. The Minnesota Wild, riding on a wave of recent victories and having defeated the Bruins in their last encounter, present an enticing opportunity, especially with the advantage of playing at home. Therefore, the Minnesota Wild money line emerges as our full game side pick. Analyzing the goal-scoring trends of both teams adds another layer to the betting considerations. An over on the total goals becomes an intriguing option given the offensive capabilities of both the Bruins and the Wild. With the Bruins averaging 3.17 goals per game and the Wild not far behind at 3.03, the prospect of a high-scoring affair looms. Boston's impressive power play efficiency at 24.5% against Minnesota's penalty kill rate of 72.6% suggests ample scoring opportunities. Furthermore, recent encounters between these teams have often exceeded the over/under line, reinforcing the potential for a game with multiple goals. Breaking down the statistics, the Bruins maintain an average of 3.17 goals per game and 3.33 goals per game on the road. In their last 3 games against the Wild, they averaged 4 goals per game, and with Minnesota conceding 3.46 goals per game at home, the Bruins are poised to meet their average in this matchup. Conversely, the Wild, averaging 3.03 goals per game and 3.38 goals per game at home, have consistently played over the total in their recent meetings with the Bruins. Despite Boston's road defense giving up 2.87 goals per game, the Wild's offensive capabilities are expected to push the score over the total. Therefore, enthusiasts can anticipate an enthralling and offense-driven game, making a bet on the over the projected total an informed and confident choice. Over the projected total stands as our recommended full game total pick, promising an exciting display of goal-scoring action in this highly anticipated clash between the Boston Bruins and the Minnesota Wild. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Ottawa Senators. On Saturday, a compelling matchup unfolds at the Canadian Tire Center as the Ottawa Senators, currently residing at the bottom of the Atlantic Division with 22 points in 28 games, play host to the Pittsburgh Penguins, who hold the 7th position in the Metropolitan Division with 33 points in 31 games. The Senators have endured a challenging stretch, losing their last 6 consecutive games. Meanwhile, the Penguins are seeking to extend their momentum with a potential 3-game winning streak if they secure a victory in this encounter. Recent successes have propelled the Pittsburgh Penguins as they triumphed over the Wild and Hurricanes. Averaging 2.81 goals per game, they showcase a commendable 13.7% success rate on power play opportunities. Leading the offensive charge is Sidney Crosby with 19 goals, complemented by Jake Gensel's 21 assists and Erik Karlsson's 80 shots on goal. Defensively, the Penguins are conceding an average of 2.71 goals per game and boast an 82% penalty kill rate. Goaltender Tristan Jarry has faced 606 shots, allowing 53 goals, while Alex Nedeljkovic has given up 21 goals on 289 shots. Conversely, the Ottawa Senators have faced defeats against the Hurricanes, Blues, Stars, Golden Knights, Coyotes, and Avalanche in their recent losing streak. Despite their struggles, they maintain an offensive prowess, averaging 3.36 goals per game with an 18.3% success rate on power plays. Notable contributors include Brady Tkachuk with 14 goals, Tim Stützle with 25 assists, and Claude Giroux with 78 shots on goal. Defensively, the Senators have allowed an average of 3.54 goals per game, with a 70.2% success rate on penalty kills. Goaltender Anton Forsberg has faced 267 shots, allowing 33 goals, while Joonas Korpisalo has given up 64 goals on 586 shots. Historically, Pittsburgh has dominated the Senators, winning 9 of their last 15 matchups. The Senators' current losing streak is largely attributed to defensive lapses, as evidenced by their opponents scoring at least 4 goals in each of the past 6 games. Despite a slight dip in offensive numbers for Pittsburgh, their potent offensive talent remains formidable, and I anticipate them scoring 3 to 4 goals. Trusting Tristan Jarry and the Penguins' solid defense, Pittsburgh is positioned in the top 10 for goals against. While the Penguins have faced challenges this season, recent improvements in their gameplay, coupled with flashes of offensive brilliance, indicate positive developments. On the other hand, the Senators' 6-game losing streak diminishes confidence in their form, despite winning 3 of the last 4 meetings against the Penguins. Consequently, the Pittsburgh Penguins' money line is our preferred full-game side pick. The Senators possess an underrated offense, but their defensive shortcomings overshadow their scoring capabilities. Despite Pittsburgh's defensive resilience, recent trends reveal high-scoring games for both teams. The Penguins, led by offensive stalwarts Crosby, Malkin, Rust, and Gensel, have tallied at least 7 goals in 3 of their last 4 contests. Ottawa has mirrored this trend with at least 7 goals in their last 4 games, until the Senators address their defensive vulnerabilities, opting for the under seems imprudent. With the offensive firepower of both teams, especially from Pittsburgh, I anticipate a scoring spectacle, making the over the projected total our full game total pick. Moreover, in 6 of their last 10 matchups, these teams have exceeded the projected total. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The upcoming matchup features the Toronto Maple Leafs embarking on a journey to Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, where they will engage in a face-off with the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Maple Leafs currently hold a season record of 16 wins, 8 losses, and 6 overtime losses, positioning them at the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference standings. In contrast, the Blue Jackets find themselves second to last in the Eastern Conference, having accumulated a record of 11 wins, wins, 17 losses, and 6 overtime losses. Notably, in the previous season, the Maple Leafs emerged victorious in 2 out of 3 encounters against the Blue Jackets. In their recent bout against the Buffalo Sabres, the Toronto Maple Leafs encountered significant challenges. The game resulted in a 9-3 defeat for the Maple Leafs, highlighting ongoing struggles throughout the season. This persisting issue has the potential to significantly impact their performance in the upcoming game. Throughout the current season, Toronto has demonstrated an offensive prowess, averaging 3.57 goals per game, while their defensive line has been conceding an average of 3.43 goals per game. This places them at the 3rd spot in offensive rankings, but a less favorable 25th position in defensive rankings. Key player William Nylander has contributed significantly with 15 goals and 27 assists so far. Conversely, the Columbus Blue Jackets showcased an impressive offensive display in their recent encounter with the Buffalo Sabres, securing a victory with 9 goals. However, their most recent game against the Washington Capitals ended in a 3-2 defeat in overtime. Throughout the season, the Blue Jackets have been averaging 3.15 goals per game, while their defense has struggled, allowing an average of 3.62 goals per game and ranking them at the 31st position. Key player Zach Werenski has registered 1 goal and 24 assists in the current season. As the Blue Jackets aim to elevate their performance on home ice, the Toronto Maple Leafs emerge as a formidable force in the Eastern Conference, poised to assert dominance in the upcoming game. Boasting an offensive average of 3.57 goals per game, the Maple Leafs rely on the dynamic play of forwards like Austin Matthews and William Nylander, who excel in navigating the offensive zone and creating scoring opportunities through swift passes. Defensively, Morgan Reilly, TJ Brody, and the rest of the unit aim to thwart the Blue Jackets' offensive efforts by generating turnovers and limiting shots on goal, providing goaltender Ilya Samsonov with ample opportunities to make crucial saves. In their recent encounter just over a week ago, the Columbus Blue Jackets emerged victorious against the Maple Leafs. However, both teams have experienced challenges in recent weeks, with neither making a significant impact. Despite this, the Maple Leafs present themselves as the more reliable side, boasting a potent and explosive offense. Conversely, the Blue Jackets face uncertainties and challenges, particularly in slowing down Toronto. Their home ice advantage, with a record of 7 wins, 9 losses, and 3 overtime losses, has not proven decisive. Consequently, the Toronto Maple Leafs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The initial total set for this game is 7, and it is anticipated to remain unchanged leading up to the puck drop. The Maple Leafs' struggles in preventing goals have been evident, conceding 9 goals in their previous game against Buffalo and 6 in their last encounter with Columbus. Notably, the Blue Jackets, ranking 31st in goals against, are susceptible to conceding multiple goals. This defensive vulnerability contributes to the expectation that the total goals in the game will likely surpass the projected number of 7. To emphasize the defensive challenges faced by both teams, our full game total pick leans towards the over. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.